Hi, it's Vishali. I am at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea's fourth round Carabao Cup tie with Everton. Teams have been announced. Both clubs are currently warming up outside on the pitch. And let me just give you a little gist of the starting lineup for Antonio Conte's side. And the big news really is that Danny Drinkwater gets his Chelsea debut here today. He's obviously struggled with that calf strain, but he is fully fit now and he's back in the starting lineup. He plays next to 17-year-old defensive midfielder Ethan Ampadu. It's a huge night for him. Now, he's been training with the first team for a good few weeks now, but let's see what he can do against Everton. And of course we expected a host of changes. We've got that here today from Conte. He's already said the Carabao Cup isn't his priority. He's got Rudiger, Cahill and Christensen in defence. Davies Acosta, Kennedy are your wing backs. Willian and Charlie Musunda, who of course seemingly complained about a lack of game time at Chelsea, but he has been given a bit of game time since that social media post. He starts today. He of course scored in the last round, as did Michy Batshuayi, who got a hat-trick against Nottingham Forest. He starts as well. He was the hero on Saturday against Watford, so let's see what he can do alongside this very changed lineup for Antonio Conte's men. 1-0 at the break here, thanks to Antonio Rudiger's 26th minute header. Up until that point, I have to be honest, it was a bit of a ball fest. The game lacked any real goal scoring opportunities, but Rudiger got the opener thanks to William's corner. He played it short, passed it to Charlie Musunda Jr. on the left, and he delivered a superb cross that Rudiger headed into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Since then, there haven't been any real chances, but just a point of note for Ampadu and Drinkwater. Drinkwater's put in a real shift in midfield. Doesn't look like he's harbouring any calf strain, as he's been plagued with that issue pretty much since he signed. And Ampadu's looked really assured in midfield. He's looked calm, and yeah, they're doing really well against Everton. Everton, they look certainly much more positive compared to that performance against Arsenal, but they haven't been able to create anything. So let's see what the second half will bring here in this fourth round tie between Chelsea and Everton. What a second half that was. It wasn't nowhere near as dull as that first half. It's ended 2-1 to Chelsea, but you know, Everton came back after the break, you know, a different side, and if it hadn't been for Willy Caballero pulling out, I think it was 3 really fine saves, Everton would surely have gotten back into the game. As it was, you know, they had a few chances. I think Lookman, as substitute, came on and he skimmed the bar, and Willian got the all-important goal in added time. He combined with Cesc Fabregas to score a really lovely effort. There was a consolation goal for Everton. Calvert-Lewin, he scored at death, but Chelsea held on to secure a 2-1 win that books their place in the next round of the Carabao Cup. I think for Conte, I mean, I'm going to go down to his press conference now, but he'll certainly be happy that they survived, given that he fielded a completely, you know, almost completely different side. Positives for him were certainly Drinkwater and Ampadu's performances. Batshuayi, he was applauding as he came off from Morata in the second half, and just the fact that, you know, they've gotten the second win on the trot after those losses to City and Palace. But let's see what he has to say in the post-match press conference in a few minutes' time. I'm back out here at Stamford Bridge after going to Antonio Conte and David Unsworth's press conferences. So let me round up the best bits from that chat with the media. So for David Unsworth, you know, he is taking temporary charge of Everton following the sacking of Ronald Koeman. He was really happy with his side's performance, particularly in the second half. You know, a much improved performance compared to the 5-2 loss to Arsenal on Sunday. While Antonio Conte was really happy with the performance of the younger members of his squad. You know, he pointed out Ethan Ampadu's performance, he talked about Kennedy, Charlie Musunda, and he basically said they showed him that they deserve to play, and now he wants to take a risk in developing them by playing them in the League Cup. So expect to see those 3 play in the next round. And you know, Conte also talked about the League Cup as a whole. And now, before this game, he kind of said it was low on his list of priorities, but now he's saying it's a competition that they're going to fight to win, and you know, we'll find out who they play tomorrow in the quarter-finals. But you know, that's obviously something that Chelsea fans will be I think they'll be confident that they potentially could win this competition. I mean, it depends on what kind of teams Conte puts out, but it's looking likely he'll be kind of mixing it up with some younger players and some older, more experienced ones. Now, he was also asked about Michy Batshuayi, and he said, look, Batshuayi didn't score today, but it's not I don't judge him based on if he scores or if he doesn't score. I judge him based on his performances. And he said he was really, really happy with Batshuayi's performance here today. Of course, he scored those 2 goals against Watford. He didn't score today. He lasted about 85 minutes before being brought off. But Conte was happy. I think he said afterwards that, you know, Batshuayi's shown that he deserves to start games. And to be honest, I think he'll only be starting games in the Premier League if Conte decides to have 2 strikers up front. I don't think he'll start against Bournemouth on Saturday. I don't think he'll start against Roma away next week. But, you know, that's obviously a good sign that Batshuayi is kind of winning Conte's trust back. Now, for me, I'll be covering Chelsea's game with Bournemouth on Saturday, the game against Roma, and then, of course, it's the big one. It's Chelsea against Manchester United here at Stamford Bridge.